Alright, so here's a quick video on variation. And so right here we have a direct variation. And notice K is always in your numerator. Now that doesn't mean your final formula might look like you have something where it's like 2/3 and square root of x over q squared or something like that. So it doesn't mean that when you write that coefficient you might make it look like that. But in a sense, K is always in the numerator when you solve. And so this is directly. And right here, this is inversely. And so don't make these hard. So let's look. We have that keyword there, and then keyword there, and keyword there. And so we're just kind of going to think about this. So W varies means equals directly with what? The cube of q's. So K, and then I have my q cubed. Inversely with what follows. So that is the square root of t. And so here I have my general formula, but in reality, I need to know what K is. Like, K is a number. I mean, it's a constant. I just have to figure out what it is. All right, so then I can look at this, and what's going to happen is I'm going to be given something. So I might be given that W is 20 when Q is worth 2 and T is worth 16. So when I sub in Q and T, I know that I get an answer of 20 for W, but I still don't know what my constant of variation is. So, but I can solve for it. So I'm going to come over here, and I know 3 out of 4 variables. So I'm going to sub in 20. I don't know what K is. I'm going to sub in 2. So 2 cubed is 8. So that's my 2 cubed is right there. And then I have the square root of 16, which is 4, which again, that's my square root of 16. And so I can reduce here or divide, whatever you want to call it, and I get 2K. Divide by 2, K equals 10. So now I know my constant, and so then I can go in and rewrite my formula that I can use over and over and over and over again for lots of situations. So my formula is actually W. I'm going to sub in my 10, but again, these are my true variables that are numeric variables that I don't know. But this constant of variation, it's right there. So then typically what's going to happen on these types of problems then is you're going to use this general formula for other cases. So for example, you might be given that Q is, say, 1 and T is 25, and they want you to solve for W. And so what you do now is it's just like using a formula. I mean, it's exactly what it is. So you have W equals 10. Q is what? 1. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And the square root of 25 is 5. So you get that W is equal to 2, and whatever unit that is.